Hi there, it's a lovely afternoon and I'm sitting outside my back door in the garden enjoying the sunshine. Still not back at work, you're still not back at school, but there's lots of things we can do. And today I'm going to have a go at making a room for the GiantDollsHouse project that you might have already seen on the Messy Church Facebook page. The idea is that you go around your house and you pick up all the junk and boxes and bits of old stuff that you can find that you could maybe make something out of, and you try in a box to recreate a room that reminds you of what you've been doing while you've been stuck at home during the lockdown. So I'm standing in the room in my house that I've spent most time in during the lockdown, and the reason I spent time here is there's a nice comfy chair, and if I turn around you can see I've got a lovely view of the garden. So I'm going to try and make a room that reminds me of sitting in this chair, looking out at the garden, watching the birds and making the most of being off work. Your room might be different, of course. You might have spent a lot of time sitting in front of the computer, or you might have done a lot of telly watching while you've been off school. I have to say, I haven't been watching my telly very much because the weather's been so nice. Maybe the room where you spent most time during the lockdown is your bedroom. You might want to make a model of your bedroom. I hope no one spent a lot of time in here during lockdown. Or maybe you really like being in the kitchen and you've been really helpful, and so therefore you'd make a model of a kitchen with a very messy drainer and a fridge that's not looking too bad at the moment. We've got plenty of milk anyway. But however you make your room, I want you to try making it with stuff that you've got lying around the house. Most of my good craft stuff is down at church in the Messy Church cupboard, so this is what I've found to use. I've got some pens, I managed to find some Play-Doh, and thank goodness I've got some sellotape and scissors. But the rest of it, well, boxes, bottles, bits of paper that I had lying around. I think I got a present in that. It's rather pretty, isn't it, that little bag? And then I've got some thread and some eggshells and an old egg box. I don't know if I'm going to use all of this, but we'll see. I might even use some things from my garden. There's plenty of leaves on that bush. And I might even pinch some pebbles from Lola's fairy garden, but don't tell her I'm doing it. I'll certainly find a use for these bits of stick. So I do hope you have a go at making a house or a room for the GiantDollsHouse. It would be really good to see your pictures if you put them on the Messy Church Facebook page as well as on the GiantDollsHouse page. Go on, have a go. I'm going to go and have a go now. The one important thing that you do need is a box. They say you can use a shoe box, but actually any box will do. This one's a bit bigger than a proper shoe box, but never mind. And then you stand it up on its sides to make the room. The great thing about most cardboard packaging is when you cut it open, it's nice and plain on the back, so you can use it to make something with and draw on the plain side. I've just cut this bit so it's a bit neater, and then I'm going to make it into a piece of furniture. The important thing is to do your colouring in before you stick it into shape. You'll probably need the help of somebody with big hands if you're cutting up a thick box. This is going to be my comfy chair that I sit in when I'm looking at the garden. I was too hot, so Nigel's brought me the sun umbrella over. That feels a bit better. And look, I've even found a little miniature umbrella from a drink that we had at Christmas, I think. I have a little umbrella in my room as well. So I have this tissue paper in one of my shoe boxes, so I've folded some of it up to make a nice comfy cushion for my chair. And then, because I like to be comfy, I'm going to make myself a footstool. Just need to wrap some tissue around it. So next, I think I'm going to make myself a nice plant. I've got a little jam jar to put it in, and I've got some Play-Doh, and I've got some bits of real plant from the garden, and I've got a rocky bar wrapper, which I'm going to use to put inside the jam jar first, so it looks like a red plant pot. Then I'm just going to drop my Play-Doh inside and get my plant. I think that looks pretty good. I like reading books when I'm sitting in my chair in my room, so I've made some books, just little bits of cut up cardboard from the cardboard boxes, and that one I've been dead clever because that's the ingredients, but it looks like maybe I'm reading a story. Just leave that there. I've just realised I forgot about a carpet, and this will do perfectly. I've cut some pictures out of magazines to make pictures for the walls. Of course, if you've got some paints at home, you could paint the inside of your box or put some wrapping paper on so it looks like wallpaper. Depends what you've got, really. I wonder if I could use this for a light shade. What do you think? I had to poke a stick through the box to make it stay in place, but I think that'll work. Here's another idea how you can make a plant. You need some green paper. In my case it's just a flyer, but it'll do, it's got plenty of green on it. So I've rolled it up, there you go, all rolled up, and now I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it all the way around like that in pieces, about halfway down the length of it. Then I've put it in a plastic pot and just fluffed out the top. Looks a bit like a mad cactus to me. I've got a nice piece of blue cardboard here from something. I think I might use it to try and make another chair. So I only need half of it, and I've made some folds in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a bigger section there. Okay, then I've cut a shape, an oblong shape just out of the front. These are going to be the front legs of the chair. Then I folded it in half like that, and this bit here is going to be the back of the chair. I'm going to cut some more legs there. This time I'll be cutting through double thickness cardboard. So should look like that when you're done with it. Or if you unfold it, looks like it's all gone wrong and you've got a big hole in the middle of it. You need a bit of sellotape around both back legs, and then you should have something that looks a bit like a chair. And you know, I found this, which somebody gave me some jewellery in once, and I kept it because it was pretty. I think I'm going to turn that into a cushion for my chair. That was lucky. I was just able to tuck the bag inside itself. But you don't need to use something like that. I'm sure you've got something you can use to make a cushion, even if it's just a piece of folded up paper or some kitchen roll. So all it's missing now is somebody to live in the room. Now I found this wooden spoon. I think I must have got it with a takeaway sometime. So I'm going to make myself out of that. But you could just as easily draw yourself on a piece of cardboard, colour it in and cut it out. But we have to have someone to live in the room. I knew the stick would come in handy at some point. Held on with one of Lola's hair bubbles. That'll do. Use this bit of tissue paper to make myself an outfit. And I'm going to hold it on with another hair bubble. And there I am, standing up in a bit of Play-Doh. And there's nothing like having a brew while you're sitting, so I've made myself a cup of tea and some biscuits on a plate. Play-Doh, of course, on a jam jar lid. So here's my finished room. There I am, standing there in my Play-Doh shoes with my cup and biscuits. We've got my comfy chair, the umbrella if I need it next to the plant, and of course my book. I've got my proper plant, I've got my chair with the posh cushion, and I've got my photos on the wall as well. And I've even got a lampshade. Now you might wonder why I've put my room on a chair like this, but I'm taking a photograph of it for the GiantDollsHouse website. And they've asked if we can take photographs of our houses from front on against a dark plain background. And I've discovered that the back of the cushions on my chairs is black, so I've taken my picture there. But if you're going to upload your picture to the Messy Church Facebook page, it doesn't matter what the background is. I really just want to see your houses and see what you've been doing during the lockdown. So go on, have a go. Just need things that hopefully you've got around the house already. Bits of cardboard, little jam jars, maybe pens and Play-Doh if you've got them, old cardboard boxes, even a thing off the Persil. Get those creative juices flowing and let's have a look at what you can do.